Hi, this is Phil Swift at HEMA Gear Canada and Terra Nova School of Swords. Right now I'm holding the newest Castille economic rapiers. These are amazing. We bought them in both sizes. I believe it's a 40 and a 38. So far, this is our first impression. We just opened the box. We just went for a couple rounds just now. And here's what I feel about it. All right, so this is not the old economic. Sadly, one of our students has the old economic right now, but this is the old basic. So it's very close to the old economic. The only difference is the hilt is a little bit more complex and a little bit more fancier. But that's about it, okay? So let's compare these two. Okay, first of all, if you look at them, the newer economics have a wider strong or fort, and then it tapers into a very narrow tip. Okay. As you can see, in terms of flex, the new ones flex way better than the old ones. Okay, so if you look at the flex, now the point where they flex is slightly closer to the middle, I want to say, on the newest ones. Okay, versus the basic, but the flex is way better. You're getting it's a much more flexible blade, but because of that, it doesn't give you that wobble feeling for how flexible it is. So that is amazing. That tells you the quality of it. This one never had that effect anyways, but I do feel it in the bind that it is slightly weaker in the bind because of how flexible it is. So when we're binding these two together, this one tends to slightly win over this one. But mainly because of the flexibility. I thought that with a wider fort it would help, and it probably does a lot. But it's just in the bind, it's just not as good as the old basics blade or even the elite. But regardless, it's going to be more nimble. It's quick. It's a little bit lighter, and it's way more safer. Like, you could thrust people all day, and it probably won't even hurt them that much. Okay. The hilt doesn't have any bolts like the old ones do, so that's a huge improvement already. It is welded on the inside there, but pretty clean, much better than the old economic. And the old economic, it used to be like very sharp on the edges, where this one isn't. So this one's a lot better for that reason. The handle is much better too. I believe it's a 3D printed handle, but it actually has grip. A lot of the 3D printed handles, they're very slippery, and you end up having to tape them. I probably don't have to tape this one up, which is nice, so I don't have to have a sticky grip, which is great. They already have an indent there for the pommel to go in, and that kind of locks it up really nice, and you don't even need that spacer anymore. So that's huge. No rattling. If you look inside, I know it's hard to see, but there's a little bit of metal over there. I believe they made the tang that reinforces the tang, or makes it a little bit thicker, so it doesn't wobble as much. So that's a huge, that's a new improvement that I've seen so far. Thank you for watching. This is our first impression. Give us about a month to spar with these, and we'll truly let you know how we feel about this in the next review video. Thank you.